My days tend to look pretty, they're pretty similar, but they're also very different. It really depends on what I'm doing that day and what I have to get done. I'm actually just about to do my German homework now. I have German classes every morning, Monday to Thursday. They start at 9 and they go on for just about 3 hours, and then usually after that I'll go to the gym, but today I skipped it because I've gone 2 days in a row now and I just need a break, and I also had a lot of stuff to get done for work, so I kind of wanted to not delay myself today. I have a little bit of spare time now, so I'm actually going to do my German homework. I do actually want to talk to you guys a little bit about how my German is progressing. So I've been doing it for 2 months now, just under 2 months. Actually, in a week I moved to A2. I'm actually doing an intensive course, so everything is moving a lot faster than it would be if I was obviously doing it at school or just like every now and then. So it is quite intense and pretty hectic, I'm not gonna lie. My brain is just like, der die fucking das. But I would absolutely love to sit down with you in a week and just maybe show you like how much can you learn in 2 months. Maybe I'll try talking a little bit of Deutsch. Wir können sprechen ein bisschen Deutsch nächstes Woche. So yeah, let's do that maybe. But yeah, for now I'm just going to do some homework and I'll chat to y'all soon. So for our Sunday breakfast, we have a plate of veggies. This spread by Oatly. I really like this one. It's very yummy. Some nice bread from the bakery. Some kohlrabi, so it's called. Never actually had this before, but looks nice. Christian has some eggs, and I have this like seitan tofu. I don't know, but I'm excited to try it. So a big part of my Sundays is baking. I really like to take Sundays to make something, cook something, and actually post content or prepare content for my Instagram page. I really wanted to make these baked oats I saw online, but I didn't have any bananas. So I reached out to one of my good friends and was like, girl, have you got any bananas? If you're wondering why I didn't just go buy some, it's because on Sundays, everything is closed in Germany, so you cannot go to the supermarket. And last night, I always make this mistake. I always go grocery shopping on a Saturday night, and bananas seem to always be sold out. It is such a thing. But thankfully, we have been rescued. I have 2 bananas, so I can make 2 baked oat bowls. Very excited about that. She also gave me some hand soap. She had a spare one at home. She knew I liked the brand Share and she gave it to me, and that is actually incredibly sweet of her. Thanks, girl. The recipe will be up on my Instagram page, so you can go and follow me there for all recipes that I make. So good. And it's actually pretty healthy, to be honest, because the only sugar in it, the only sweet thing is the jam, but you can always buy jam that's sugar-free, that's healthier, homemade jam. You can put any jam you want, to be honest, and that's the beauty of it. Raspberry is my favorite because I'm kind of obsessed with chocolate and raspberry together. It's my go-to, absolutely. We like to have it as a dessert here with Christian just because it's quite sweet, and for breakfast I'm not so much into very sweet things, but as a dessert it's just chef's kiss. Anyway, I'm gonna finish eating this and then I'm going to dive into my 2022 planner. I actually got myself a new planner. Everything is so squeaky. What is going on? But I got myself a new planner, which is quite late actually because it's literally March in a few days. But I decided I want to be extra organized this year and also have a actual physical planner. I actually prefer physical planners. Are you more of a digital person or a physical person? I don't know why I'm so old school. I like writing things down, having it like in my hand hand, being able to open it and just be like, okay, this is what's going on. I'm not so much into the digital planners. I need to get more into them, but I've tried, I just can't. I think the day will come, but for now, I'm gonna stick with this bad boy.
You have to be like a scientist as well to learn the language. It's like you're dealing with all these formulas, man. I feel like a mathematician as well.
Ich habe meinen Ellbogen gebrochen als Kind im Sommer und ich hatte so einen Gips. Well, but I was asking something else. Really? Well,
It literally has not stopped being gloomy in Berlin, and I'm just so tired of the weather being so gloomy. It's just so sad. I have a meeting now with my acting agent, so entering another gloomy room. We have kind of like little catch-up sessions every other month just to see what's kind of going on. And I'm kind of thinking of doing a little day in my life vibe for you guys. I don't really share much about kind of what I work. I don't really share much about my acting career. I don't really share that much about these kind of things. So I thought maybe it would be interesting to share a little bit more. I'm kind of in a weird place now actually because I'm looking for a new job and I'm in between interviews. Once I get a new job, I would like to share with you a little bit more about what I do, what I've been doing and why I've gotten a new job and how my acting's going. So I just thought in a separate video, I'd do a little update if you are interested just to know a little bit about where I'm at career-wise, but also life-wise, you know? Expect that to come at some point very soon. But yeah, I have a meeting in about 8 minutes to be exact. So I'm gonna do that, catch up with my agent, see what's up, hopefully some good news, maybe not, we will see. It's been quiet, it's been real quiet recently, which is not so fun, but it's just how it is with this industry, you know, you just never know. It's either hyped or you just hear nada. Anyway, I'll catch you later after my meeting. Hey, чуваш ли ме? Супер, чакай, че... Добре, как си?
Супер, благодаря ти.
Да, и аз съм добре, благодаря. I have really bad period pains, yet I'm drinking my second coffee of the day. Probably the worst idea I've had, but so yummy. Okay, so I quickly want to talk to you about this book. I've mentioned it on Instagram a few times. It's called Atomic Habits. A lot of you were very interested to know if it's worth the read, what I thought of it, and I finally finished it about 2 weeks ago. I'm quite a slow reader because I definitely don't prioritize reading, and I should, but I don't, I have to admit. So this is my first book of the year and now I'm looking to start a second. I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed this book. It is a very good book and I highly recommend it to absolutely anyone, whatever you're doing in life, whatever your goals are, whatever your career is, it doesn't really matter because it suits absolutely everyone. Long story short, I'm gonna give you a really quick sum up of the book and things that stood out to me. Basically, he teaches you how to take bad habits and make them difficult and how to form good habits and make them easy so that they're sustainable. Let me give you an example that I actually implemented in my own life and I did this recently and I can tell you it works. It really works. So my problem was that I really dreaded going to the gym and not because I couldn't be bothered to work out. It wasn't because I was lazy or that I hated working out. There was like a deeper meaning to my reasoning. And when I sat down and really had to think about why I'm neglecting the gym, I came to realize that it's mainly because it's just too far away. One, for me, I have kind of a fear of cycling. I really do not enjoy it. I have tried to become okay with it, but especially in this horrific weather, very high winds and just terribly cold, I'm just not about that life. So the fact that I, in my head, deep down, knew, okay, in order to go and do a gym session, I need to cycle for 20 minutes to the gym, and then I need to also cycle back for 20 minutes from the gym to my home. Just that thought put me off going to the gym completely. Sorry for the construction sounds. Berlin life for you. So about 2 weeks ago, I was like, okay, your gym membership is ending. Thankfully, that was actually a really good thing that it was ending. It's actually ending in March. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna sign up to a closer gym because I know for a fact, I love my old gym. I really like it. It's actually John Reed. If you live in Germany, you know John Reed. It's a great gym. But I knew that if I stayed there, I would continue this habit of not wanting to go because of this and this reason. So what I did was I signed up to a closer gym because I knew that I could
walk to it. I just knew that if it was to eliminate the cycling altogether slash the distance, I would definitely go more often. And I can confirm, since I've signed up, I have literally gone every other day. I tend to go Monday to Thursday because it's right next to my German classes. So after I finish with German class, I go straight to the gym for an hour, and it works so perfectly. Like, I've created this new routine, this new habit that just works for me because it's so easy, you know? I made it so easy, like you can't miss it. I finished my German course at around 11:40, 11:45, and I walk like 3 minutes to my gym, and I spend an hour in the gym. Then I walk home and I have lunch, and then I can start working for the day. I created this routine that was easy. There was no fear behind it. It really, really worked. And you can do the same with bad habits. If you've got a bad habit and you want to break that bad habit, just try and think of a way that you can make that habit really difficult to do. I actually used to smoke. I don't know if anyone knows this, but I used to smoke cigarettes like a lot. And the way that I I went cold turkey, to be fair, and then I continued smoking kind of like occasionally, maybe like at social, I'd have like one cigarette every now and then, you know, until I completely cut it out. But the way I made that habit difficult is by just not purchasing cigarettes anymore. I told myself I'm not gonna spend money on this anymore. If I go out and someone has a cigarette, then maybe I'll smoke. I'm not saying no, I'll never smoke, but I'm not gonna buy it. And because many people I was with didn't smoke, and also I felt uncomfortable like when I'm out to ask random people for cigarettes, I just kind of stopped smoking, and I wasn't buying it, so it wasn't around my home, it wasn't around me, and it was difficult to continue the habit when you didn't have the product. That's a really good one for like sugary things as well. I don't tend to buy many sugary snacks and things like this. I don't have it in my house, so I cannot consume it. The shop isn't so close to my house, so if I don't have it, I'm just not gonna eat it. There's so many ways that you can make a habit difficult, and obviously you have to evaluate what your bad habits are and try and see like how can you make them really difficult to do. Another example, if you tend to sit around on your phone all night long and go to bed too late because you're constantly scrolling through social media, a good thing is maybe turn off your Wi-Fi at 10 p.m. sharp and just be like, that's it for the night. Unplug the router, like if you need to router, you need to go that far, do it, and then put it away in a cupboard or something and grab a book and just try and do that for at least, like, they say it takes 50 days to form a habit, and I'm not so sure, I don't know, but try and just keep that as consistent as you can and see what happens. All in all, I highly recommend reading this. I think it is a very, very great book for absolutely everyone. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about it, but a great read, 100%.
Sit around the fireside, really feeling that I like every little time that I get a chance to close my eyes. If you're gonna make it soon, maybe we could get our room, but I need some rest